Hey, my name is Dez. I'm a stylist here at Uptown Curl. I became interested in doing curly hair because I've always had it and I didn't feel at home doing just straight hair every day. What I like the most about being a stylist here at Uptown Curl is that I get to express myself in a way that I wasn't able to when I worked at a mainstream salon. I feel like my connection with my clients are much more on a personal level versus just like they come in, I cut them, they leave. You know, I really get to experience them and who they are. Cool. The relationship with my hair has definitely became a priority. When I was younger, I had a lot of chemical damage, so my hair was officially straight. So when I finally grew out my curly hair and went through those stages, conditioning it and detangling it wasn't fun, but it gets easier. I wanted to embrace my natural curls because when you damage your hair to that length, you go through two textures in a way, your straight hair and your curly hair. You eventually get tired of it, so you just cut it off. Well, I thought I was born with straight hair because I had a chemical relaxer for most of my life. So when my roots grew out, I kind of just shaved the rest of my dead ends off because I was tired of dealing with the two textures. Well, my curly hair journey, it's been a 3-year journey for me, I guess you could say. When I did my big chop, it took 3 years to grow it to the length that it is now. So it was very frustrating, I would say, because you really have to learn how to manage a whole new set of hair versus having it straight. There are 4 categories for curly hair. There's swavy, there's wavy, there's Botticelli, and there's corkscrew. You can spread them out with saying like 1A or 1C if you want to, but just the bulk of them is swavy, wavy, Botticelli, and corkscrew. It's important to focus on the different curl types because everyone's curly hair grows differently, it curls differently. There's different ways to cut all kinds of curls. For first clients, we just prefer you to come in with your hair down in its natural state, just making sure that it's not manipulated by any heavy products. How I learned about curly hair necessarily, I started my curly journey before I went into college. So in college, they teach you the basics of curly hair. They teach you not to cut it wet and not to texturize it with the thinning shears. But you don't really learn about your hair until you personally go through your own experience with it. So I would say I learned mostly from YouTube, honestly. And then I learned more when I became a curly specialist. Typical concerns is frizz and length. Those are mainly the number one because curly women, we do suffer from having bad haircuts from time to time again. So a lot of women, especially my first time guests, come in and they're like, my hair is just so frizzy, it's so bulky, I want to keep my length but I don't want layers. But curly hair needs layers to be the shape it needs. I think what's special about the way I do hair is that I take my time. I really enjoy taking my time and educating people and really moisturizing their hair because there's nothing better than moisturized hair that looks good. What it means to me to be a curly stylist here at Uptown Curl is that I personally feel like every day I change one person's life with their curly hair. Everybody comes in with an expectation and everyone wants something different with their curls, and it's within my power to make them feel beautiful. The one thing I like most about my job is the smiles that I see on everyone's faces, especially new guests who have no idea what to do with their hair. And when their hair is cut and styled, some cry out of excitement, some smile, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. So I think that's the best thing. What I feel is special about how I do hair is how chunky I can get it, how together the curls come, bundled and just luscious. I love that part about curly hair, especially for my Botticellis. It's just nice and together and smooth. I love it. Curly hair it's no longer a trend, it's becoming a lifestyle. So it's important to be able to go somewhere just to feel confident when you leave and not have to go home and feel like I need to re-wet my hair and restyle. It's important to have a curly hair salon because everyone needs somewhere to go for their hair. A curly hair concept salon is much different from a traditional standpoint because it's much more with conditioning and hydrating versus a straight salon. You just kind of blow fry it in a way. So it's important to have stylists who know what to do with curly hair so you can have the best life with your hair as well as accept it socially. Shrinkage can be a problem. Traditional salons, they cut curly hair wet. Let's say if you're in a traditional salon and you say you want to inch off, 1 inch to curly hair can be 2 or easily 3. So shrinkage is a huge deal. That's why here in a curly salon, we cut curly hair dry. So we can control that aspect. We cut dry and then we wash and then recut to make sure everything stays where it needs to be. What sets us apart from other salons is that not many salons have a full staff who cater specifically to curly hair. You know, it's not just one specific person. It's more like everyone in here knows how to cut curly hair. So it's like you have a consistent cut every time you come in, no matter if you see like me or if you saw another stylist, for example. One word to describe my curly hair, I would use luscious or beautiful, one of the two.